Okay, we're going to do a little wrap up here of Friday's action, show you how the market moves around, and show you the bearish jawbreaker, in particular in the daytime. Also we've got the sky pilot on here. You're looking at it, and also the crowbar. And one thing we haven't really mentioned, the chainsaw. And you're going to be viewing also the pivot that gets hit most of the time. The navigator, right there, setting the navigator. Here's the opening on Friday morning. I'm going to do this pretty quickly, but we're going to go through it and show you all the moves and why we would do something and how it would work out. So just kind of follow my cursor along. This is the opening Monday morning. This area here that is shaded is normally that it reconfigures that upon the openings, and that is kind of what I refer to as a zone, because you really want the prices to get out of that and show some real movement when that is occurring. But right here, as you can see, when we opened, we went up just a little bit right here. This is the opening bar. We went up just a little bit. And here is the old chainsaw came in. Sky Pilot was right here. It attached itself to the top of that. You see the crowbar turn red, and you went all the way down to the sell area. This red line signifies a sell. Well, right there, the Sky Pilot jumped off of the from up here. It jumped to below it, and also right here, your crowbar turned up again. Well, now this is about from going from here, 65, 1965, that's all the way up to 68.50 right here. And right here is where you turn back down again. Now, that doesn't mean we'll take every one of these, but we do have an opportunity to look at them and see the position of them as to whether we want to make that shot or not. There's another 2 or 2.5 points move in this down move right here. And it comes back down once again and hits the sell. This red line is the jawbreaker breakdown. All right, we come back up. I want you to pay attention to this kind of dotted line right here, going all the way across. We need to be above that if we were going long for a longer run. Now remember this, also sitting up here is the Krypton pivot, and remember I tell you all the time that the Krypton pivot is so important. If you're under it or bouncing around, trading around it, being prices mostly occurring under it, that's not too good a sign. So we move on throughout the day. We get here again. You see it about 9:30 in the morning, my time, Central Time. These were several trades that could have been made. There wasn't any real. This one could have been a small loser right here. Had you gone short on that, you could have lost a point or so on that. But you turn right back around here and you go long, and you get that back real quick. Same thing here. Sky Pilot and the crowbar working together, regardless of where the numbers are working really well. You come back here, same thing once again. There's Sky Pilot. See, it dropped from being above the price to under the price. And when it skipped that little skip, see, there's no line there. It quit drawing a line there and started drawing it here. And also the crowbar, by degrees, it went from negative to positive and turned up, and so you go up here. Once again, you hit the Krypton pivot, not able, but you have hit the navigator now. I mean, the navigator was hit way back there earlier, which then turned right back down again. Look at your Sky Pilot here. Bingo. All the way down. And the chainsaw, it clears the path. It's going to always run ahead of the pack. It's out there all by itself. When we get to the end of the day, I'll show you that. But look at this move here. Look at where the Sky Pilot got on top of price. Here's price right here. Sky Pilot jumps up here. The crowbars turn from green to red. And what do? We're heading down. Well, it tried to stabilize right here. It went and touched the Sky Pilot but couldn't penetrate it, and we keep falling all the way down. Then we blow back through the cell side, the Jawbreaker cell right there, and you see this dotted line? That's target. That's where you want to go to, and it achieved that all the way. Once it achieved it, you want to be very careful, because what it's going to probably do is go right and turn back, try to turn right back up, and that's what we had. Look at the crowbar, went from red to green, and here's old Sky Pilot, stepped in there once again, and the chainsaw give you really a triple confirmation right here. If you're looking for a three-way confirmation, there you got it. You got the chainsaw cut through, got out of the way, and your crowbar here is at an area where it's turning on you, and the actual Sky Pilot went positive back here, and it stayed positive all the way. See, it came back and tried to bounce under it, but couldn't do it. Another thing is, always remember, we pay very close attention to these two lines right here. As long as we're under them, that's keeping pressure on the market to move lower. But we figure for today, we've already satisfied the downside primarily. So you're looking at this move to go back up. And where did it go back to? Right up there. Stayed under the Krypton pivot and went back to the navigator once again and turned back down again. So by this time of day, you've probably been able to make enough trades. Excuse me, we hit the wrong thing there, and you're able to probably take the rest of the day off. But here's another trade. Why? Because it's fitting all of our criteria. The Sky Pilot, it's dropped under. The crowbar's turned here. You're under the chainsaw, and you zip down again. Where did you go back to? See, it still wants to draw it back to that cell number. And then we go up here in the last, we're getting to be about 1:45 Central Time here, and the market is bounced. It's trying to bounce as it begins to get close to the close for the day. Crowbar turned right here on you. It turned green, went from red to green. You got above the Sky Pilot. There you go again. And look here, one more. So you had a multiplicity of possible sales that you could have taken. We didn't take them all because we're busy and trying to keep the website updated. But when we get in the room, we're going to take advantage of some of these that I've been having to miss because I'm trying to post in the chat room or on the website rather a lot of stuff and keep it kind of active. So we'll be even more active when we get over in the trading room and all the members see it. Now on the platform that you get, I will be able to emulate some of these things that you see here. I can't do them all, but we do have some settings that I can get fairly close over on the platform because it has a different type of these programs are all written in a particular language that we use here, and so it's not the same thing over on the platform. So anyway, we'll emulate as many of them as we can for you, and then we'll be talking to you and telling you what's going on anyway. So it really was a very, even though the Fed were speaking at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and that did cause the market to move up and down, bounce around a little bit, and we don't mind that at all. But you can see that most of the day still stayed in this no-fly zone. It really couldn't break away from it significantly, and yet we had several trades within that range in there. So most days you'll either break out of that range and develop a trend day or down day or what have you. And you know, as traders, whichever way works the best for us, that's the way we'll be going. So I think that's it for today. I want to get this up for you so you can see what Friday was, and we'll be following up with some more videos as we move along. And I hope you enjoy this. This is a pretty good. I mean, it wasn't an easy day because of the Fed, but you can see how our system kind of works regardless. The range was not that great, but we were able to stay with it. Now see, actually, what would be the criteria for not taking the buy? Well, you really wasn't out of the no-fly zone. You were under the Krypton pivot. Here's the navigator it went to, right here, and the buy actually fell right on top of the navigator. So it was it's one that you let one work and ignore the other. The sell side did work and produce its results, but you know, that's just kind of an unusual day, but it does show you that we can function even within those unusual days. So that's going to be it for this video. We're going to get it up where you'll have something to study and look at. So thanks for watching, and we'll be posting more as we move along here, but you might want to look at it a couple of times if you have the time. Thanks, take care, and we'll see you as we move to the trading room.